Thanks, man.
Hey, thanks, brother. Hello, what's up? It's Uncle Jack. So, today we have a handlebar install video and we're gonna get right to it. But everything couldn't have gone more wrong. You'll find out in the video that the handlebars I had, the Clubman style, were not A, slotted for throttle by wire, which I fixed, but B, the brake line isn't long enough to go in there. So I had to scrap that and put these drag bars back on. But nonetheless, it is still a step-by-step. If you're looking to change your handlebars, this should really help you out. So stick around for that. Also, I had a seat install that went swimmingly and then a headlight install that couldn't have gone worse also. I got some bunk parts from Amazon. Just buy the real deal. Man, I thought maybe I'd save a buck or two. So anyways, I wanted to install a bunch of stuff this week, but couldn't get to it because of bad parts and too short of a brake line. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if this handlebar tutorial helps you out at all. And let's get right to it. Today, we're gonna try to put on these Clubman style bars. There's not much you need to do it. I was a little worried. I've never done a throttle by wire handlebar swap before, but it's, if anything, easier, way easier. So all you're gonna need is a ratchet, some Torx bits, a spudger or a flathead. I'd like to do the controls with a hand tight, hand loose. You're gonna strip them out real easy. I've got another set on the way because I already old Uncle Jack already messed them up. Something rigid, but yet pliable. This like hanging cord does a really great job of shoving your wire through there. And yeah, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It's a brand new channel, guys. It's new. I really appreciate it. We're also gonna put these brass grips on, which are already on right now, but you'll see the process as I do it because I've got these drags on there and I love them. That is really, really comfortable. I think the Clubman are gonna fit the aesthetic of Cafe Racer more, but if they're not at least as comfortable and great as those, I'm going right back because I still gotta ride it. So let's get to it. Oh, and I've lied to you right off the bat. You're gonna need a just one little hex for, I hope you can see this. I took it off already, it's over there. This will make it so your screen you can access these bolts. Oh, and the first thing that you want to do is disconnect the battery. The first thing you want to do is disconnect the battery because old Uncle Jack forgot to do that when I put on these drags, and you'll get an error code, which you can clear. I'll show you how to do that. But it's just best practice. These are T27. You get under there. Here's your main fuse. You hear the click, it just goes right back in when you do the other side. And there we go. Here's your 40 amp. Comes right out. And while that 27's still in, take the clamps off of each side. Okay, then you grab a T20. Your odometer button, you only want to slip this way. Don't try to pull it up or forward or back or anything. It takes a little force, but not too much, and it'll slide right out this way. That's how that's hooked on there. You see? So don't break it. So then you're gonna disconnect this guy right here, and this is held on by just almost like a zip tie. Right under there, it'll click in, and you can lift that up, and it'll click right out. There you go. A little different, but same thing on this side. And you just want to gently let that hang there. Same thing on this side. This is like your tension clamp, and if you put a little pressure coming up on this, it'll come right off. And you got your two connections here, and then your throttle should come right off as well. And there's a little gear inside there, and it twists your throttle, which is here. You're going to want to use a plastic or rubber spudger, because I can't tell you how many marks I put on things. using a flathead to take these things off. There you go. Sets out. And with that last bolt, the whole screen is part of the top clamp and will come right off. Pulling these out, pretty straightforward. So you'll be able to get the two control wires out really, really easy. The issue getting the throttle wire out is it's got to come out the other way. So you're going to have to take off here, and you'll see it right under there, and we'll just come up through the other way. And that just comes right off. And this, I am not sure where this goes. It's disconnected when I found it. But this is your throttle cable here. Don't give it too much, because I mean, you got the connectors on there, so don't give it too much tug. Find a way, it will come out clean. You just kind of gotta guide it. Come on, little guy. Then you can just push it through. You got yourself a throttle cable. I've got this hanging wire in there. This makes the straight really easy, but we have to make that 90-degree turn. So, we get this out there. We're just gonna tape the shit out of it. You know what I just realized? These are not slotted for, look, for example, is that not coming off? There it is. See how they're slotted for the throttle by wire? I'm gonna have to cut that into it. Well, folks, after all that, I did get the cables in. The brake line, this isn't where I would have it anyway. That's way too far up, but there's not enough brake line for this to attach and then have a full turn radius. So Clubman bars, impossible without extending the brake line, which I am gonna look into. There's a connection here that is probably really easy to do, but we'll have to do that on another video. So I'm gonna put the drag bars back on, and it'll still be a step-by-step if you're looking to change your bars, but just keep in mind you do not have a ton of options without extending this, and we'll look into that. So we'll just pick it up from there. I mean, the wires are run. If you can't figure that out on drag bars, I'm very sorry, but they just go straight in. You're gonna want to do your throttle wire first, and then I put in some wire, pulled this through. You're good to go. Very easy for the drag bars. The 90-degree angle on the Clubmans was extremely difficult, and I wish I would have tested it first. So I did it so you don't have to. So we'll just do these somewhat tight just to hold it in place, and then we'll find our position later once it's all hooked up. Okay, let's do the throttle side first. Make sure that's not loose. You can come in with this. And that's working. So now we can put on the controls. So you're gonna wanna run your cable in this little pocket up around through here. And don't tighten them all the way, because we're gonna adjust it. Brake, which should snap in like that. And there we go. Don't tighten it too much. Like I said, we're gonna adjust a little bit. And the other side, same thing. Same thing as the other one, you tuck it in back there like that. And you should be able to just click this right on. There we go. And you're gonna want to tuck that in the hole. And more or less, your handlebars are on. Oh wait, one very important piece. Ooh. Just take this guy, slide him back on there. So that's about right there, because if you have them down here, it's a little too far. Well, that's about, yeah. There it is. Let's close her up and tighten these down. Oh, the ice cream man. It's too bad. He's out of ice cream. That's what that sound means. That's why he plays the song. Well, that's what my parents told me anyway. And this one. And that one. And this one. And that one. Then we gotta run this guy back here. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. There it is. And this one was disconnected. If anybody has a service manual, please let me know what this is or if I missed something up here. I looked everywhere when I took it off. There's nothing that's not connected, so I'd love to know what that is. All right, then you're gonna have to tuck all this kind of up in there where it was, because you got to make room for that filter to go down in here. Little guide hole there. All right, there it is. Let's put the top back on. Nope, first we got to put main fuse back in, test it out. You get a spark there. Oh, I didn't. I don't know if that's good or bad. So now everything's back on. We should, oh my gosh, look at the screen. And moment of truth here. There we go. Let's see if we got any code since it was disconnected. Sweet. Sweet, no codes this time. So it's good to go. And we'll just put the top back on and we'll make sure it works. And there you go. A pretty straightforward job to change the handlebars. Pretty easy. The only problem is, I'd say the biggest problem is how short the brake line is. You have almost no other options. So anyways, there you have it. Handlebars. There's a hard line to the brakes right under here, right here. So the brake line only going from here to there, not hard to switch out. I've got one on order right now, steel braided. We're gonna switch that out. I'm gonna have to bleed the brakes. I'll show you how to do it in an upcoming video next week or the week after. And we will put those Clubman style bars on. But I hope this video helped you out. If you are looking to change your bars, just understand that with that short brake cable, you don't have a ton of options. You're gonna have to stick to something pretty similar to the stock. But otherwise, if this helped you out, even in the slightest, please shoot me a like and subscribe. New channel really helps out. So until next time, stay above 0%. Don't get stranded. Bye!